So your first important document that you need to sit down with, and Mick always likes to have a glass of wine on a quiet winter's evening, sit down with a map of an area. You think, I said to Mick, how many villages are like this in Britain, sort of Sutton Courtenay? He said about 20,000, right? And in a village like this, you're going to have Anglo-Saxon origins. We've not talked about the standing buildings, the churches, these kind of things, the farms, but we are here. We're near to Drayton Mill, and you get a sense of the landscape, and that's what Mick does, landscape archaeology. That's the first big document you need to get hold of that you can work with, and it's a real thrill to sit down and do regressive map analysis, or to look at a thing like this. You can get a lot of information. Now typically, how do we get a site? We're sent an aerial picture of a crop mark, or usually something on Google. Can you roll that one up for me, Tim?
This is what most people would send through to us. This is the site, this is from Google Earth, rolled back to 2005. Whenever it comes in, we roll backwards and forwards and have a look.
And quite often, we get something like this, with a line like this, and a question, what is it? Okay, have you got the slightly cleared up one?
Then with a little...
So Google Earth, bang. Okay? Now, typically, what we're looking at here is probably crop marks, and we've discussed this before on these groups, these mini digs. You're looking at differential growth. You've got a field in some cases where you've got walls. The roots of the wheat are not getting so much nutrition, therefore they become sunk. Where you get ditches, you get higher levels of wheat, and you get these effects of crop marks. When that is cut and grassed over, you get parch marks, you get variations. And we have got this picture, which is really quite an extraordinary snapshot into the past. If you walked on the ground, you'd just see wheat. But from the air, you've got some extraordinary features there. And as your eyes begin to adjust to it, you begin to see things like this boundary line here, these double lines here. And there's quite a lot going on here, and this is our second key document. So you've got the map, and you've now got the aerial photograph. Now you can back this up with stuff on Google Earth to give you the bigger picture, but this is the question you lot have been asked. I don't know the answer to this. I can speculate, and we've got a brilliant expert coming in later on in the day who could look at this and say, I know what it is. But if you were presented to this as a group, how would you begin to resolve sorting this out? It's like a huge question mark.